Hello and welcome everybody again for PRA Grid Finder Nostalgia Series. This is week 6 of the series and it is the series finale. And I'm here with my co-host. I'm Justin Phoenix and I'm with Jacob O'Keefe.
How's it going, Justin? You ready for this one, dude?
I am ready for this one, buddy. This is the last race of the season. Everybody's hyped up. All we needed to start tonight was less than 29 drivers, and Jacob Schneider would automatically be champion. And it looks like we're headed to that. What do you think?
I think we're there. We had a little moment before the broadcast where I was like, we should do a little SNL bit and say if 29 people don't show up, there could be a little bit of contention. But we got 13 on the grid tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks like Schneider's just going to go ahead and take that championship right away, which, to be fair, the amount of consistency in the guys driving this season has been ridiculous. You don't get to see that as often in racing these days. That kind of dominance is a little unheard of, so it's been a pleasure to watch, and I think he deserves it.
He does deserve it, and his teammate last week was the first person in 17 weeks to win on Monday night other than Jacob Schneider, and that was Landon Lacey at Richmond.
That was a good one. That was a really good race as well. That was an absolute heater.
Yes, sir, and tonight we are at Homestead Miami Speedway. Homestead Miami Speedway is the home of NASCAR, IndyCar, and others. So, longtime host of NASCAR's season finale for the top 3 series, the 1.5-mile variable banked Homestead Miami Oval has also hosted IndyCar and IMSA events. With more than 1,000 palm trees and a Caribbean color scheme, the facility projects a South Beach flavor that distinguishes Homestead Miami from other major racetracks in America. Took a while longer to get the right combination of the racing surface. In its first iteration, the track had 4 separate low-banked corners, similarly to Indianapolis. That configuration failed to promote good racing, but unfortunately they changed it to a different track surface and widened it with progressive banking, and the track has had awesome racing ever since.
It's quite interesting, actually, looking at the original oval in contrast to what we've got now on the Speedway. That original oval's those corners look deadly, man. I would not want to be on that track. First race in '99, too, which is wild to say. We finally have a racetrack to talk about that's younger than me.
Yes, and for a long time, this was the fan favorite track because of it being the season finale for all 3 major NASCAR events. The Cup Series, Xfinity, whatever you want to call it now, because I think it's something else now. I apologize, I forgot. And then the Craftsman Truck Series. The 3 top series all ended their seasons here for probably a decade or longer.
That is wild. Really interesting note here. It's Tony Stewart, Greg Biffle, and Denny Hamlin all tied for the most winning drivers on the track at 3, which isn't a lot because the track's still new.
It is, and we saw Greg Biffle dominate here many times.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, we paid tribute to him after his passing, and that's an unfortunate loss for the motorsports world.
Yeah, that one hurt, and it's on the back of a lot of losses across industries that, in entertainment, it's been rough all the way around, and racing's seen a few this year as well. But Greg struck a chord with a lot of people for being just such a good humanitarian on top of being such a talented driver.
Certainly. We will go now and see the point standings for tonight. And as noted, Jacob Schneider, he is 120 points ahead of Thomas Coonan for this event.
That's insane.
He has 5 starts and 4 wins, 4 podiums, 5 podiums, 5 top 5s, 5 top 10s, 406 laps led, 4 poles, and only 6 incident points in the entire season. The only person I see There's only a few people I see that have fewer incident points that have also made every race.
To have, again, it's the consistency with that guy. I love to see drivers come into these series and just throw out a dominant performance the entire time. There goes that Coors Light car again for a nice little spin. See, it needs Blue Mountains, I'm telling you. It would stay on the track.
The ones to watch for tonight, Thomas Kunin and Daniel Blanco, are 5 points apart, and one position is 5 points. So, up in the upper finishing positions. So it could be a difference of 5 bonus points
as well.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not mistaken. I was going to say, I think that's our tightest points battle in the season at its current standing, unless it's Jerry Hendrickson and J.D. Biddle.
Yeah, J.D. Biddle is only 4 points ahead of Jerry Hendrickson, and both of them are in the race tonight, or at least J.D. Biddle is logged in. So
this will be a good one. Then it'll be nice to see these guys battle out those positions cleanly, knowing that top spot's locked in. We should see a lot more action out in that mid pack in the grid. It's going to be a really good race.
And I wanted to just note that we did have a team championship kind of going on this season. It's just for fun more than it is for actual competition, because we have 2 teams that have 4 drivers, and then other teams that only have 1, others that only have 2. But the 2 teams that have 4 drivers, the board and Sunset Bend Motorsports, are 52 points apart. That could change. I mean, if the 3 board member teammates finish higher than all the Sunset Bend guys, you could see them make a pass and win the team championship.
It would be nice to see a little bit of an upset there too. I know Blanco's real friendly with the board guys, and it'd be really, really, really cool to see a little team rivalry heat up, maybe go into the next series. And they're very cordial too. Those guys will keep it nice, and it's dirty enough that it's fun to watch, but they know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch this entire season. I really enjoyed the whole season. I'm thankful for the partnership with Grid Finder for this season. And Daniel Blanco was a major part of that, getting that put together. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good. Daniel's a really good guy. He's, I believe, a Sunset driver as well, and along with, I believe it's David Nannon. Both of them, again, really, really, really good guys. They know what they're doing, and it should be good to see them battle it out on the track with that other team. David and Blanco are also 2 drivers that they love to do team tactics on these tracks. Landon and Jacob are really good at it as well. And Daniel and David, they love to run together. So I'm looking to see if those guys try to take advantage of some team strategies to try and go up against the board and maybe shake things up a little bit.
Yep, and looks like Landon Lacey has the faster lap over Schneider now.
There it is. Little team play coming into action in quali.
Yes, sir.
In practice, my bad.
Yeah, in practice. We have 4 minutes left, and as we have some time, I did interview a few of the drivers before the race to get their thoughts on what they have for the race, what their feelings are. And speaking of Landon Lacey, since he's number 1 on the board, I asked him what he thought. He said, not the biggest fan of the track, not the best at running the high line when needed. Love the cars. They remind me of when I first got iRacing in 2016. It reminds me of the late COT and the early Gen 6 with the high horsepower. So he's not a fan of the track. He doesn't like riding the high line, but we see right now he's number 1 on the board.
I mean, look, sometimes a little bit of fear breeds a little bit of confidence, right? If you get past it really, really early, you can see drivers just really boost themselves up going into the race, and we might see that with Landon tonight. He's so far been really good out there in practice.
Yeah, and I spoke to his teammate Jacob Schneider as well, and for some reason, oh, there it is. I just couldn't find his chat. My bad. I asked his thoughts about it. He said the fuel run will be roughly 50 laps. So every 50 laps we should see pitting. Maybe before that if somebody wants to short pit and get extra tires. He said tires will last that long, but they won't be happy. Definitely a 2-stop race if it goes green. 115 lap race equally divided into 3 parts would put pit cycles between lap 35 and 40 for the first stop and 75 to 80 for the second stop. However, I don't think it goes green. The car is not loaded in the corners here as it was in Atlanta or Michigan, so it is very easy to spin tires off the corner. So I'd say more throttle control is going to be required tonight than any of the others, including Rockingham and Richmond. The wall is historically good here, but I haven't found a viable option until way late into the run once the tires are cooked. Hope that helps. So those are the thoughts from Jacob Schneider, the champion himself.
Oh, it helps. I said to him that it's a good technical breakdown for people like us who like to hear it from a driver's perspective, right? And especially the note there of tires versus fuel. They don't like to work together on this track. Your fuel can run a lot longer than your tires are comfortable with. And again, that's where that driver confidence comes into play. If they go for early pit stops, we could see some of those other drivers with a little more confidence take advantage of it out here on this track this week. This is going to be a really, really, really nice one.
So you could definitely see the strategy that Blanco has been using all season long may play out well for him here.
100%.
If he plays the long game, he's got to really do it though. He's already 6th in the practice standings, and Thomas Coonan, the guy who he's gunning for, is in 3rd.
You know, I really wish we had a Jarvis in the booth, because right now I'd yell, Jarvis, what's Daniel's longest run on a single set of tires? And I'm going to say it's pushing 55.
Yeah, I remember
Atlanta.
Atlanta, he ran 60 laps, I think. Almost 60 laps, 58, something like that.
Come on,
one
man.
set. He led laps because of that.
See him doing, yeah, he did. And if we see him pulling stuff out like that, maybe coming out with Nannon in a good position with some good pace on a pit to catch a draft and catch speed really fast, it could really pay off for him, man.
We're taking a look right now at Chucky Walden in the number 3 Coca-Cola car. That's another throwback to Dale Earnhardt. He drove that car at Suzuka.
Chucky's had a heck of a season too, man. This guy's a guy who's coming from dirt and is taking this, semi-seriously from a learning perspective and really giving it his all. I admire the way that Chucky has been sticking to the races throughout the faults that he's had, personal or not, whether he's been involved in incidents or it's just been a self-spin. Chucky's been there to just sit behind it confidently, take it with a grain of salt, and move on, man. The perseverance from him this season has been wonderful to watch. That's really good to see, and it's a good example to set.
I did speak with him before the race as well, and his comments were that his biggest issue is being comfortable in the car. He hasn't been able to give his 100%. This isn't dirt, and trying to unlearn a lot of the dirt habits has been challenging. Still learning the entry and exit points and gas and brake combination that the car likes and handles well with. He still plans to send it until he figures it out, and then look at like a badass for a few laps before right front tire wears out.
And you see what I was talking about, perseverance. He shows it even in his text, man. The guy's just a gem, and I really hope he comes back to keep racing. We got to start a dirt series for him, dude. I want to see some Chucky dominance out there. That'd be good.
He does race on Sunday nights occasionally in our dirt series.
Oh, we got to put him on.
Yeah, we need some broadcasters for that. So if anybody out there likes to broadcast, we do almost 7 days a week here at PRA. You got it any night you want to pick, other than Wednesday and Friday. There's something going on.
You guys are busy here, man. I'll tell you that much. When I saw the posting for the endurance race, I had my eyes almost glued to my screen and went, "Excuse me?"
Yep, we got a lot going on. That was the plan from the beginning when we started PRA and iRacing, is to just branch out quickly, but not over quickly. My issue was when I was running the whole show for a little while, I got a little over ambitious and had too many things going on at once, and got people burnt out because we didn't have enough people to really fill out the fields in every race. So, but now we're getting there. I mean, we got 1,200 plus in the Discord. We've got every race this season in the Nostalgia Series. We've had double-digit turnouts for every race. I just wanted to mention that live because Mr. Cody Johnson, who's in the chat, hosted that. Yes, every single race this season in the Nostalgia Series, we've had double digits. So
Wow.
this is the first time, other than our IndyCar Series, that has happened.
That feels really good when the grid fills up. I mean, we've got some development stuff going on that isn't broadcasted as well over with Blanco, and things are going unbelievably well over there. And it's really good to see people actually give it their all, man, and not just come in here and wreck up and just get frustrated. These guys are good. And the one thing that I love coming to broadcast on PRA is the green flags, man. These guys are good. The people on the track know what they're doing. And largely, if there's spin outs, these drivers are really, really good about keeping it out of the way of everybody, man. And we can continue to keep it green even when things go awry. Last week was an outlier. Things kind of went nuts, but it was expected, man. It was a short track.
Yeah. I'm going to change the bit rate of this chat real quick because you're a little bit robotic. Give me just a second.
That could be my end as well. We're sitting in about minus 30 right now, and it is brutally bad on the internet.
You are good. You are good. I turned it up a little bit. You sound a little better. So I wanted to fix that for the broadcast before we got live, before we got
Cheers, man.
Green Flag Racing. And right now we are locked on Landon Lacey. Let's see if he can get the pole away from Jacob Schneider.
He had him in practice. It wouldn't be surprising to see him if he catches him here.
Lap 1 was not good enough.
Looks like Landon's. Is this a new livery as well?
Yep, it's a DuPont.
That's nice.
Trying to get a rip. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I just now remembered. This RAP Javi was another teammate of Landon's.
Oh, wow.
He passed away last week. And Landon Lacey gets the pole 2 weeks in a row.
It is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that little eulogy, but yeah, Javier Lopez was his name. He raced in our GT3 series. He's passed away, and he was a part of Landon Lacey's team. We want to say condolences to them. And congratulations again, 2 weeks in a row, Landon Lacey pole at Homestead.
That's going to feel good for those guys. That's going to feel real good for those guys to run a livery like that and take the pole position right at the end. And look at the time difference.
Yeah, that's 0.03 of a second.
These guys are neck and neck. We should see some really, really good stuff tonight. I'm hoping to see some bumpers, maybe go flying, and some doors crashing, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. And for those that may want to see one of the drivers' perspective, Thomas Coonan just shared his link in our Discord. It's twitch.tv/AMS_canvas. That is Thomas Coonan. So if you want to ride on board with him during this race, don't turn away from us, but you can put him on the second tab and watch from the perspective of second place in the points. Kind of be like
you can bet about
NASCAR.
50% of the audience.
Yeah, it'd be like the NASCAR. I forget what it's called, where you actually get to watch somebody while they're racing. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I was going to say about 50% of the audience has about 3 monitors right now, because I guarantee you these guys have that F1 premium subscription where they've got the 50 onboards going at the same time and the engineers on the other side.
Yes, sir.
18 telemetry data streams on the top.
I'm going to let you take this for the next 3 minutes. I have to take a break for a moment, and I'll be right back.
No problem. It's good to be back, everybody. It's Jacob O'Keefe back for PRA once again alongside Justin here. It's our final race in the Nostalgia Series in these wonderful Gen 4 Cup cars. We've got, right now, as it stands, Landon Lacey up taking pole with Jacob Schneider in second. That's kind of to be expected for this go, but to see Landon really give it his all, I've been watching him all season. I think a lot of us have. right from race one, Landon has been an extreme contender in every single race. Consistency is key there, and watching him be able to work his way through the field through faults in mid-race, right back up to that top 5 position has been wonderful. Those guys are really talented. And Sunset Bend is right behind them with Blanco and Nan, and those guys also very talented, confident drivers running really hard races up there, as well as the PRA board. It's going to be a good race this week. Jacob Schneider's locked in for the championship. 29 drivers needed to show up for him to have some kind of contention to lose that number 1 spot. Fortunately, we've got 15 out there at the moment, which should give us a Jacob Schneider championship unless something happens here real quick. Little Nathan Murrow spin out there with car number 75. On board with David Nannon around the warm-up lap. Things are looking pretty good for him so far. He's been consistent throughout practice, warm-up, and quali. Same with Jerry, Blanco, and Biddle. That top 4 group right now has all been pretty decent so far. I hope everybody's excited for the race tonight. It should be a pretty good one, and hopefully we get to see something in a later season with PRA and Grid Finder. It's the Nostalgia Series once again, guys. This is the last race. Jacob O'Keefe and Justin from the booth, and I hope everyone is having a good time at home.
And I am back in the booth here. It's through 1 minute 40 seconds before the start of this race.
Timers were on point. Good job.
I rushed back as quick as I could.
That was really good.
So, with the qualifying session underway and over, and we have Landon Lacey as our pole sitter, how many laps does he lead?
Oh boy. Landon's strong when he's out in pole, man. And I don't know if Jacob's going to get... This is going to depend on who's behind. How hard are the guys 3rd, 4th, and 5th pushing? And how hard does Jacob need to defend that position in 2nd? I know Jacob is going to want 1st just for the sake of it, but he knows he doesn't have to. So if he can avoid an incident and allow Landon, if he wants to really keep that, it's going to depend on the driver's, we'll say, ego going into the race and as it progresses, man. This is going to be one where it is completely dependent on how these drivers choose to treat each other with that top pole position being taken out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited.
I'd love to see a few egos flare, man. I would like. Let's be honest here. Good races. It happens. Egos go. Drivers get upset. I mean, didn't the guy throw a helmet at someone? Grid a couple last year.
Yeah, that's happened a few times actually.
It's crazy, man. These guys get heated, and it doesn't change in sim racing at all. The messages are just behind a screen. Trust me, they're just as heated.
Oh yeah. The only part about my position is that I'm an official and an admin of our league, so whenever emotions are high, I can't just sit and enjoy it as a broadcaster. Nope. I have to take care of things behind the scene too, so it's like,
I know.
I enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't like being the mediator.
You like to have guys who can have a decent argument out in the open, but keep it cordial. That's what you like.
Yeah, and a lot of times it doesn't stay that way, unfortunately. We do have a zero toxic policy in PRA, and our grid is up on the screen. Landon Lacey on pole, Jacob Schneider 2nd. Jacob O'Keefe, take it away.
We got Thomas Kuhn in P3, P4, Jerry Hendrickson in the 77 car. That's a nice looking one there. I like that livery. P5, JD Biddle, P6, Daniel Blanco in the 57. Look at the Grid Finder car. That looks real nice, doesn't it? We love to see that one. Chucky Walden, P7, Rodney Roberts in P8. We got the number 3 for Chucky and number 29 for Rodney Roberts. Keep your eye on Chucky this race. He's definitely one to watch. Joey Kuba in the 93 in P9. We got Mark Radowski in P10 going 87. Paul Boomershine P11 rocking the 925 with David Nannon in the 21 next to him in P12. Working our way down the grid to P13, Shannon Milliken in the 17 car with Nathan Murrow right in the back of him with 76. One last position to get through there. Jeremy Poole did not qualify, number 52 in the... Wow, that's a nice looking car. I like that one. That took me by surprise. Yeah, that looked mean.
It did, and
I was all focused in there for the grid, and that one took me right out of it.
We get to hear these Gen 4 NASCAR engines one more time this season. Riding on board with Landon Lacey, our pole sitter for the race, and the previous race winner at Richmond, as well as the one and only dethroner of the Emperor, Jacob Schneider.
Look at that field.
We got the 24 DuPont car alongside the 81 Taco Bell car. We got the 18.
That Taco Bell car looks right at home on the grid, Justin. I gotta say, that thing looks sick.
True Grit coatings of Thomas Coonan, the 77 of Jerry Hendrickson. Those are your top four coming to the green flag. This time, we're going green flag racing at Homestead Miami Speedway for the final time this season. Green flag.
And we're off.
Going into turn number one, Landon Lacey's got the inside line. Jacob Schneider's got the outside line. We saw last week that whenever Jacob Schneider is behind in traffic, he is not as fast as when he's in first.
No, he likes to keep that draft, and fortunately, Jacob lost a ton of time over the course of the race sitting in the draft. He's been much more comfortable sitting up in that top position, it looks like. Now, we could see, again, some teammate factor come into play here. You got to remember, pole 1 and 2 are friendly, but it might not stay that way.
Schneider leads the first lap of this race.
That's it. Aggressively took that bottom line, and it looks like Landon's sitting comfortable on the top, but you can tell he wants to catch up. And there it is. Thomas Coonan looking really comfortable as well in the bottom line. I'm not sure what his strategy is going to be here. It looks like he's just going to hold that draft as hard as he can.
Yep, so 2 laps into this race, and Jacob Schneider has led both of them and is actually pulling away from Landon Lacey.
Just watching the stats down at that middle pack of the race as well. Looks like Chucky Walden's quite comfortable in 7th with quite a bit of a gap to 8th of Joey Kuba. But it does also look like he might be gaining a little bit up ahead of him on JD Biddle and Blanco.
We're watching this battle right now with Blanco and Biddle. 57 Grid Finder car against the 96 car.
These guys are close in points from the standings too, from my memory here. So these guys should be battling quite hard all night.
I'm impressed with Chucky Walden here. He's still staying in step with the top group right now.
Hey, you don't give him that commentator's curse, but I'll tell you what, he's been one to watch all season. This guy has given every single race 150%, regardless of his outcome and regardless of the things that happen. He's been an admirable driver.
Yes, sir. We got a whole lot of battling back here for 9th place. Rodney Roberts and Joey Kuba, they're part of the same team, the board. They're the only 2 of the board that's in the race. So
this is looking like things might go 3 wide at one point and could get real hairy real quick in this backpack.
Mark Rudowski in a barn burner last night with Kyle Siskowski in the dirts. The Hobby Stock Showdown. Kyle Siskowski won that. He made last week's race at Richmond. He was in the number 7 car.
It's good to see him keep going.
It's a good battle back here in this second pack.
Yeah, I just saw, I think that was the 29 car have a little bit of a slip there, but
yeah, he went from 9th to 12th.
There's a little bit of a slip there coming out of one of the turns and just couldn't hold on. Every car just flew past.
He's got the classic 29 Goodwrench paint scheme of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick was the replacement for Dale Earnhardt after he had passed away at Daytona in 2001. We're going to take a look at the top runners now. Thomas Coonan.
We're getting real spread out there. Jacob Schneider got that pole position and just started to run with it.
Yeah, he passed Landon on lap 1, and that outside line seemed to work better for him. Maybe it was a strategy to qualify second.
It could have been a strategy to catch a draft off lap 1 if he had a point on that track where he knew he was going to be confident to make a pass. Jacob is the type of guy who will 100% theorycraft that before a race.
He will. We got a battle brewing here with Jerry Hendrickson and Daniel Blanco.
That would be a good one to see.
Blanco's on the high line.
Oh, he's coming in hot. Almost looked like he got a little scared there with Henderson coming down on the inside line so aggressively. He backed off hard.
Striding on board right now with Daniel Blanco, watching those hands move. Stay on that high line. That's the fast line here at Homestead.
That's the one that he's
going to get a run on him.
So he's going to try. Yep. Look at that. What a move.
He didn't have enough for him on the inside line. He
lost
his
if he can
momentum.
keep him here, though, he might be able to go for another one real soon.
He's going to draft on the inside line off of Jerry.
Oh, a little slip up there. And Blanco's the guy we know. He'll run his tires into the damn ground.
He will. Right now we have 14 cars on the track. Nobody has DNF. Shannon Milliken is the race admin for this race, so he's not actually in the race. I just say that because on the screen it says out. And it looks like Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan Muru has hit the wall.
Oh, no. I was just about to say shout out to Nathan Muru for making the race this week. He's been talking about coming to one of these for quite a while, and it's just wrestling with the car, man. It's a beast.
We're going to watch what happened here with Nathan Muru. Oh, just kills the wall.
Just way too hot coming in on that turn.
That is the first incident of the race.
Yeah, he knew immediately and took it right off the track, not to cause anything on there with the big pack coming up behind him quite quick. Again, these drivers, they know what they're doing.
Yes, sir. Last week was an anomaly. It was a short track, and it was to be expected, especially with these 700, 800 horsepower cars. It's challenging to get up to speed whenever you got to go down to first or second gear. Dude, I mean, you could be in fourth gear in these things and stab the gas and spin it out.
These cars are insanely powerful. I mean, before I started commentating, I remember I loaded up and just tried to get just to get a feeling, right? You got to take it from somebody coming from the endurance world. I'm not used to these. And these drivers, they have a different skill set that I just don't have. This is hard racing, man.
Yeah,
it might not look like it, but trust me, it is.
I don't have that skill set either.
Oval's a different beast, and it takes a heck of a different training. I'm sure I could get it if I sat with it eventually and really just tried to learn, but it's rough.
I'm going to ride on board with Thomas Coonan. He's looking out his windshield at both Landon Lacey and Jacob Schneider, and he's catching them both, actually.
Look at that, 155, 160. Look at him go. Oh, my God.
Oh. Had a little hiccup there with the live feed. There we go.
Yeah, something felt weird there. Just blame the storm. It's okay, Chad. Chucky Walton just loaded into the pit there. I hope he's doing all right as well. again, one to watch. Chucky's had a heck of a season. Just a couple of upsets, trying to fight the car and really learn his way into this thing. And again, an admirable driver, really doing a good job.
Yes, Jacob.
So it looks like Landon just lost about 3/10 there on that.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You saw the same thing I saw. These three drivers are within a second.
He's really good about gaining back pace. Landon, this is what I was talking about earlier. I was watching him, I think it was race 1 and 2, and he fell back to mid-pack. I think it was about 9th. And I watched that guy climb for about 6 laps of position every single lap up until the top 5. And he's just very consistently good at getting that pace back. It's a skill that a lot of drivers don't have, whether through frustration or ego or whatever, right? This guy's got that level head. He's good.
Right now, the top 3 are only separated by 1 second.
Peace.
Jacob Schneider.
One hiccup and all that moves.
Yes, sir. Jacob Schneider has led 18 of 18 laps at this point. He was not the pole sitter, but he has led every lap so far. I like this camera angle coming off of turn number turn 2.
Oh, looks like we just saw some contact on
I think it was Landon
on the wall there.
Yep. That could slow him down. He's down to 0.8 of a second back, going on to 9.
Looks like he might have aero damage or something, because he's slowly losing pace here to Thomas and Jacob.
Riding on board with Thomas. Let's see how he catches up here to Landon Lacey. Coming out of turn number 2 onto the backstretch. We are going to watch some of this battle back here with David Nannon in 7th place, comfortably. He's on an island right now. He's
That's always a comfortable spot to be. I love that.
1.6 back from Biddle, and he's 4.4 ahead of Kuba.
I think about 65% of my races in iRacing have been just me alone on the track for the entire race.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about that is that doesn't teach you how to race in traffic.
It's brutal, especially in rookies where 90% of the field just crashes out on T1. It makes it hard to learn anything, right? It's thankful for things like PRA and really organized leagues, and we can have green flags, whether it's oval, street, open wheel. It doesn't matter. It's you got to have that green flag racing to teach racecraft, man.
Yeah, and it's also good to have restarts too, because you got to learn how to bunch up and not crash the field. And that's the problem with a lot of leagues, ours included, in some cases in the past. We've had chunks of races in our short track league, but we've also had strings of green flag racing as well. But the times that it was junk, it was just caution after caution. I mean, there was times that we had 10 cautions in a 50-lap race, so it got pretty ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah, and last week was a good example of how that can affect drivers over the course of 100 laps. I mean, you could tell that some of these guys, even the consistent drivers, the ones who can really hold themselves level through a whole race, they were getting frustrated by the end of it. And it's to be expected. It's to be expected, but you do have to learn that skill set.
We're about to see a battle here for 2nd place. Something's up with Landon Lacey. I don't know if he got some aero damage from hitting the wall or anything like that.
These guys are going to start to come together real quick as we approach these turns.
I'm going to watch this battle real quick. It's the closest battle on the track right now. at 0.2 of a second. Thomas Coonan has a similar iRating to Landon Lacey.
Yeah, these guys are really close on the grid almost every single week. You can tell which one takes more risks. Look at that license.
Yeah. Right now, Thomas is just trying to hunt down Lacey.
And I think Coonan's just going to have to find a spot where he's comfortable holding a line in the draft.
He weaved.
Things like that are going to keep him from catching up.
Yeah, that was a huge wiggle coming out of turn 4. It didn't slow him down too much, though.
No, he caught that really, really quickly. If anyone was watching Insta last night, there was a Merc and an Aston going at it that looked a little similar to that at Daytona.
And it looks like with that little wiggle, Coonan has lost half a second off of Lacey.
It took him a little bit to really lose that time, but Lacey got grit coming at it. What was that, T4, and just took off.
I've been told by an informant that JD Biddle is really riding it. We can give him some TV time here. The number 96 car.
I think that's at 186 miles an hour down the stretch.
He's been real close to the wall. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's almost a Kyle Larson line. And for those that may be uninformed, Kyle Larson likes the real high line around the track.
He might be responsible for that streak right there in the back.
He could be. He is riding it right up on the wall. Wanted to give him some time. We're going to look at Jerry Hendrickson here. He's catching Thomas Coonan. After Thomas Coonan's little wiggle, he's lost a half a second off of Landon Lacey.
Fortunately, I think Thomas is going to be either beating himself up over that or just settling into a pace. I'd rather hope it's the latter, but Jerry's
Walden
also a really talented driver.
Has went a lap down.
He's neck and neck with Blanco, correct?
Yes, let's look at that real quick. Actually, Blanco is about 3 seconds off of Hendrickson at this point.
Yeah,
they were battling earlier.
He's got a big lead on him now. He's
going
to have to come up with something real special to make up that time.
Don't know what happened to Chucky, but he's a lap down. I know earlier he pitted before anybody. I don't know if it's just because he burned the tires up. Because that's what he said in the pre-race interview I had with him. It was burning the tires up real quick, like 7 to 8 laps. So
he said he was having a lot of issues with that right front on this track in particular. And I mean, if he said, you know what, screw it, I just got to change this now, I could see him just pulling in.
And we're looking at Chucky through the eyes of Rodney Roberts. He is the host of our IndyCar series and our sports car series. It was GT's last time. He is
Rodney's rocking that what is that?
It's the Goodwrench 29.
Cooper.
It's Kevin Harvick.
Goodwrench.
He is a former champion. He won the championship in our MX-5 series that we had back in the past. He is the king of PRA iRacing right now with the highest starts of anybody. I lost count. Let me go look. I used to have it right in my mind how many starts he had, but he's up to 105 starts.
I was just about to say, is he in the hundreds?
He's 105. And the next one to him is 63, which is Joey Kuba,
Oh my God.
who is also in the field.
These guys saw how good these races were, and they were like, yeah, we got to get on that one real quick.
Speaking of Joey Kuba, he's got Paul Boomershine on his rear with the Hot Wheels car. Got the Coors Light number 93. Got the 925 of Paul Boomershine.
Oh, I love that Hot Wheels car. That's just about as good as a good Lightning McQueen on the grid.
It is a very close replica of the Kyle Petty scheme. He drove the number 44 Hot Wheels car in the 90s.
He just made up a crap ton of time coming into that turn.
Right now,
and I think he's going to try and make an attempt here in the next about 10 laps on this.
They're a quarter of a second between each other. They're the closest battle on the track. The next closest battle is Hendrickson and Coonan.
Yeah, I think if Paul can hold this and start to get a little bit aggressive, we'll start to see him try and take a position here shortly. These guys are comfortable too.
Looks like Paul likes the middle line and Kuba likes the low line.
It might not play to Kuba's advantage, because if Paul can swing out or in, it looks like Kuba's got a little more movement. Sorry, Boomershine's got a little more movement on the car, just going around the turns, and obviously Kuba's got to play a little defensive here, but
I like that Coors Light car.
oh, I don't think we can say it, but does it remind you of childhood? Like I said, dude, that thing needs some wicked Blue Mountain. I think it would just pop on the car.
It's very close to the Sterling Marlin Coors Light scheme of
It
2001.
You got Jeremy Poole in the pit now. There goes David Nannon as well.
Poole lasted longer this race than he's had recently. I want to give honor where honor's due, because he's been struggling, especially last week. He struggled real hard with Richmond, but it looks like he's doing a whole lot better tonight.
Yeah, and just a real quick update here. You know, Jacob did tell both of us we should start to see pit cycles if we equally divide this race, because we've got green all the way through, and if these drivers are expecting it to be green for the entire race, they're probably going to do 3 stops. We should see most of the cars pull in by lap 40 if his math is right. If not, that means strategy's at play, and we're going to start to see some things.
Yep, and it looks like Radowski has pitted. Nope, he has not. Nannon, Walden, Poole, and Maru. Maru's out. So those are the only ones that have pitted, and Hendrickson is pitting.
This could trigger it here.
Yeah, if he underpits them and gets some fresh tires and gets some speed,
Yep.
he's got the capacity to pass at least Thomas Coonan and maybe even Landon Lacey.
I'm wondering if he's got the broadcast up on a second screen. He might have heard that alpha from us and just said, you know what, screw it, I'm going. It's been green. I don't see any of these top guys going for it. I'm going to take that commentator's curse and run. And there goes Landon.
Landon Lacey's in the pit. Jacob Schneider was 3 seconds ahead of Lacey when he pitted. So Jacob Schneider's staying out. Coonan is still staying out.
And
Coonan's probably
Blanco
going
as well.
Coonan's probably going to try to stay on the same cycle as Schneider.
I agree.
He's going to wait till he's rubbing the wall. That's not going to help.
Okay, maybe he
he's
doesn't.
sliding it. Maybe he's watching the live stream right now and just wants to give us a show.
Yeah, he could be doing that. We could be giving him the commentator's curse as well.
He's riding up right next to the wall. He hasn't lost a lot of time off of Schneider after hitting the wall, so.
Oh, he has not.
Right now, currently, J.D. Biddle is in third while this pit cycle is happening. 12 seconds back from Jacob Schneider. He's 8.5 seconds back from Coonan. He's got Blanco catching him.
And
Oh,
Blanco's
Blanco's
probably going to be
pitting.
confident.
Blanco's pitting.
He cut me right off. I was just about to say he's going to be real comfortable on those tires if he decides to run them into the ground. Because we've seen him do it before.
Full course yellow. What happened?
And that looks like Blanco took the opportune time to pit.
We're going to see.
This could work out real well.
There's a crash here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's check out what happened. David Nannon and Joey Kuba. Here we go. Here's what happened.
A little bit of contact there coming into the turn, and then they just didn't check up to fix it going out.
Oh, man. We're going to rewind that a little bit.
They smoked each other right there.
We're going to rewind that. Let's see it from a different angle.
You can see Nannon's got speed, and he wants to take that position. He's not willing to go 3 wide. He backs off, and these guys make contact right here.
I don't know what happened there. Kuba was letting off a little bit, and Nannon didn't let off.
There was a little of original. There's another point of contact just back about 2 seconds there, right before they come into the turn and start to spin out as well. That I think.
So here's the perspective. Nannon was wall riding all the way around there.
Wall riding it here.
He's got fresher tires.
Contact coming up to this turn right here. We make a little bit of contact before they finally hit each other right there on the wall. So it's not contact on the cars. Nannon hits the wall again and then slides it into the car.
I want to know if there was anything that led up to that.
I don't think so. That's really unfortunate for these two guys.
Both of them were having a decent race. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, they really were.
And it looks like Nannon is out.
We got Nathan Muru and Nannon out now. Chucky Walden down a lap with Radowski and Poole. And Schneider and Coonan are back on the course.
Well, that shakes things up.
Oh, yeah.
Blanco got really lucky there. He pitted right as soon as the caution came out.
He had a couple angels flying with him there for sure. That was a real big stroke of luck on Blanco's part.
It was. If he would have waited, it would have been even better.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. And for all those watching on a restart like this, lap cars, they'll be staying down on the inside. So with the restart, we've got Chucky Walden no longer down a lap. Is that going to stay, or is that an iRacing thing?
That's going to stay because we do have a lucky dog.
Stay.
We're going to go green flag racing this time by. Sorry, I was checking on some things while you took care of that. I appreciate
Yeah, no worries.
having you here because
no worries at all.
Sometimes when I'm here by myself, I'm reading some official banter and I'm like, oh, I'm still commentating a race.
Oh, no, I got you, Justin. No stress at all, man. Just trying to get my bearings here. So we got Chucky out on the lucky dog. That brings him up here. He'll be racing with Blanco, and I'm gonna like that.
It's gonna be real weird.
I hope
because
those guys stay tight.
Because Blanco, he's not in the lead.
There they go.
But he's lined up as the first car. Actually, Hendrickson is the first car. It's because of the way the caution fell.
Yeah.
So now Blanco is going to go a lap down right here. The scoring timer is going nuts.
It is going crazy.
Oh, God. Is this going to be the first time Jacob Schneider's had to deal with traffic?
Jacob's been comfortable out in the front of the race practically all 6. And I think this is the busiest it's been around him the whole season.
Yeah. And there's a lot going on with these lap cars right in front of the leaders. That's just how sometimes iRacing does, because I guess where Blanco pitted and then he didn't beat the pace car out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that really hurt Jacob Schneider having to line up behind lap traffic. Hendrickson as well. Hendrickson is a lap down as well.
Look at that top order. Things are going to shake up in the back half of this race for sure. Landon Lacey's going to make his way through the field, hopefully nice and comfortably. I would love to see a race one Landon come back and just dominate the back of the field all the way up again.
Kuba's into the wall. Kuba's into the wall. He destroyed it.
Good. Oh, that's cooked.
He got a meatball flag.
Yep. I don't even think Kuba's running on a wheel there.
Let's take a look at what happened.
Whoa.
Oh,
what the heck?
Jeremy Poole is so lucky. Jeremy Poole almost got involved in that. JD
it looks
Biddle
like
just
his
got a
wheel
2X.
just lost it right out from underneath
Let's
him.
see what happened to JD Biddle. Sorry, I'm just going through and seeing all the action. He got a 2X from hitting the wall on a straight. And we're green flag again. We're live. Those were replays. And Thomas Coonan's riding the wall. Joey Kuba got a 1X. Man, we got some crazy crap going on right now.
What in the world is happening here? We got Jacob Schneider practically riding the wall. Thomas Coonan in second. Landon Lacey making up 0.7 of a second in fourth. And JD Biddle keeping pace. Look at those guys. They're neck and neck. They're swapping position back and forth. JD Biddle and Landon Lacey.
Biddle's riding the wall.
It looks like Landon's going to take advantage of that and just hold that position comfortably.
So Landon Lacey back to third. He passes JD Biddle.
Oh, man, you love to see that.
Riding on board with Landon Lacey right now. He is hunting.
Flyby.
He's hunting down Thomas Coonan.
He's trying to hunt down Thomas Coonan, but JD he's not letting up. He's trying to get back into this as fast as he can.
Coonan has lap traffic to deal with right here. With Blanco, who is also pretty fast, was in fourth place when the caution came out. Oh, he hits the wall.
That's contact from Blanco on the wall there. He was trying to ride that tight to give these guys space, but they squeezed him up high real hard.
Man, this is getting dicey after the caution.
Yeah, yep. And you said it at the beginning of this race, man. These cars have this amount of power. If a caution gets thrown out and the pack comes back together, we're going to start to see some things. And, well, Justin, once again, I owe you a pizza. You were right.
Yeah, so we still keep
more
seeing
contact from Daniel there.
Yeah, we keep seeing him riding the wall a lot here. We're going to ride on board with JD Biddle as he looks out at Landon Lacey and Daniel Blanco, Thomas Coonan in front of him. Biddle's running a good race. He had to miss last week, and he hated that. It was a work schedule thing that just didn't work in his favor. No pun intended. Thomas Coonan, you know, is frustrated that he's got to deal with this lap traffic right now, but the way the caution fell, it just fell right at the nick of time to make everything kind of interesting.
And you know Jacob's sitting up there just laughing right now, just trying to get as much time as he can on that pack. But he knows he's got that lap traffic helping him out.
Man, these are bunched up right now. Thomas Coonan has 2 lap cars between him and Landon Lacey.
Oh.
And they're racing for position, so they don't have to move out of the way.
That slide down from Jerry Hendrickson was almost a little bit abrupt and could have caused some pretty gnarly stuff if these drivers weren't as aware as they are. We got big contact on the wall there, and there's Hendrickson.
Hendrickson saves
nope,
it!
He was able to hold it. Is he going to make contact with him in the back? No, he's not.
What a save by Jerry Hendrickson.
Oh, my, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he's making me nervous over here, man.
They both got a 4X for that, and they did not crash.
That's really interesting. iRacing's getting real punishing in this one. 2X for hitting the wall and 4X for no out of control.
Hendrickson saved that, man. I want to go back to that. Let's take a look at that one more time.
That was damn close. You can see he comes up. He thought he had more space, and he starts to panic. He saw them make contact, and you can tell he didn't know where to go.
We're going to watch that again from a different camera angle. Get a little bit better view of it. Middle's trying to take the inside. My gosh, he had him turned all the way inside. Jerry Hendrickson did a great job not crashing right there.
That's real hard to do. Again, the driving skill on the grid. I mentioned it at the beginning of the race. These guys know what to do when things go awry. And that right there, that's just a perfect example.
Wow, that was fun to watch, honestly. Not fun for Jerry Hendrickson. Slows him down a lot. Not fun for JD Biddle either. They lost some time doing that, but my goodness, that was some good TV. Right
Popping
now,
up back to the front, Thomas Coonan is comfortable. And it looks like he's finally made his way past that lap traffic where these guys can start to make a run on Jacob if they can really tighten up. I'd love to see them all come together, pack of 3, and just run the exact same line and push those speeds.
First things first, Landon Lacey has to pass Daniel Blanco, the lap car, to get up there.
He's got one more to get through before he's up.
Riding on board with Landon Lacey in the 24 DuPont car.
Right on the back of that grid finder.
This series brought to you
Landon
by
loves
Grid
that
Finder.
inside line. Yeah, they've been a very good partner through the whole thing as well. And Daniel again with the contact on that turn.
He's liking
Landon
that
might
wall.
use this.
That inside line is just that much slower than the outside line.
It really is that much slower that you can make a mistake practically every third lap, still maintain position. And you know Blanco, he's comfortable on crap tires. He'll run them right down to nothing.
Yeah, and if there's another caution, he could get a lucky dog because he is the first car 1 lap down. Lucky dog, for those that are uninformed, means that you get your lap back. The first car 1 lap down gets that.
It's not random. I believe it only comes out after a caution, but it's a little bit of a boost for those guys who may be having just a bad race. It helped Chucky out a few times.
Right now, we're just a little spread out across the grid. There's really no battles going on. The closest battle on the track is Biddle and Lacey, and they're a second and a half apart. Biddle just blinked as I said that.
You got to wonder if Daniel's sweating a little bit here, knowing that Landon wants to get past. I know Daniel wasn't so comfortable going into this one just with the lack of practice. Still looking mighty comfortable on the car and let's go, but you know he's sitting there going, I know this guy wants past.
Oh, he's into the wall again.
Yep.
I don't know if he's actually hitting the wall or if that's just netcode showing that. But we do have Biddle and Hendrickson back to each other's bumper, even though they're a lap apart. Hendrickson's on the inside of Biddle. Will they give each other room this time? Chucky Walden has a 2X. He has two 2Xs.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it looks like these guys are going to be a little more cordial this go, yeah?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I'm going to look and see what happened to Chucky.
Chucky and the number 3 Coca-Cola. Look at that thing.
He gets a 2X here on lap 64. Let's see what happens. Ooh, kills the wall.
Ooh.
And then he gets another one on lap 65, which is the next turn. Kills the wall again.
Yeah.
He's burned that right front up again, I believe. He's going down pit road.
He just doesn't have grip. He's got no grip coming into those turns, and the poor guy's just having trouble keeping it out of the wall. But again, admirable. Pulls in, takes his time, probably figuring it out right now, and he's just going to get back out there and go try and kick some butt.
Jacob Schneider, 3.7 seconds ahead of Thomas Coonan.
Confidence from that guy is just unbelievable. Justin, I just got to step away for about 2 minutes here, possibly a little bit longer. I'm hoping you can hold down the fort. If something crazy happens, my speakers are on, yell about, and I'm running back.
10-4. So as I've got the reins here for just a moment, got Thomas Coonan in second. Landon Lacey in third. JD Biddle in fourth. Paul Boomershine running fifth. Good showing from him. If he finishes, this would be his first top 5 of the season, of his career in PRA. Rodney Roberts in sixth is the last car won on the lead lap. Then you have Daniel Blanco, who is riding around behind Landon Lacey. He's 1 lap down. If a caution were to come out, he would be the lucky dog unless the next car passes him. This is for position, and it is the closest battle on the track right now. We're going to keep our eyes glued to this right now. This is for 7th position and for the lucky dog spot. If the caution were to come out, whoever is in front of these two would get a lap back and be put back on the lead lap and be back in contention for the win of this race. As of right now, they're both 1 lap down, and Jerry Hendrickson's going to take the inside line of Daniel Blanco. Daniel Blanco's on the outside line. It's usually the faster line, but it looks like Jerry Hendrickson's going to make the inside line work. They're side by side down the back stretch going into turn number 3. Blanco's still rubbing the outside wall. He is rubbing the outside wall all the way around the track. And that's going to slow him down enough to let Hendrickson take the top spot for the lucky dog. So now Hendrickson is 7th. Daniel Blanco is 8th. And then you have Mark Rudowski in 9th. Jeremy Poole is the last car running on the second lap down. And then we have Chucky Walden, who is getting repairs. Right now, Jacob Schneider is 4.25 seconds ahead of Thomas Coonan, who is the second place car. Jeremy Poole is about to go a 3rd lap down. And that rounds out the running order. You'll see as they come around here, Schneider is way ahead of Thomas Coonan. Then Landon Lacey's 2 seconds back from Thomas Coonan. We're going to ride on board with the number 24 DuPont car of Landon Lacey. Listen to those Gen 4 engine sounds for a moment. Lacey did tell us before the broadcast that he did not like riding the high line, and he got the pole position, but did not get to lead a lap. Not yet, anyway. 74 laps into this race. We got 41 laps to go. It is still anybody's race.
Interesting.
Welcome back.
To see Landon not like that top line, but run it for most of the race here in this comfortable spot. I'm wondering if he's just adapting to the grid or if he's found some comfort.
It's a good question, and I just want to point out if Jerry Hendrickson was on the lead lap, he'd be passing Landon right now for position.
Wow.
But he's a lap down.
Crazy pace. He's got crazy pace. He just got really unlucky.
Yes, sir. He got trapped a lap down with the caution earlier. And it looks like J.D. Biddle has pulled it into the pits. We might see another round of pit stops.
Yeah, this is the point. Lap 75 was that second stop that Jacob Schneider pointed out to us at the beginning of the broadcast. And I'm curious to see, with Blanco being down on Hendrickson after that big mistake on riding the wall all the way through the track on one lap, it looked like. I'm wondering if he's going to try and stick it out here and just run these tires. Try and get in a little early or a little late. Let's see what he does.
He's running it down to the bottom now. Ooh, it's a little squirrely coming out of turn number 2. Turn number 3, still running the low line now. He's been running the high line and riding the wall the whole time. Now he's changed his lineup.
I'm wondering if that last incident on him probably it could have just shot that confidence for that high line a little bit down, and he said, I need to make some kind of adjustment. It's a good playing card for him, man. He's a confident driver, as you can tell with the flip on the car. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I clicked it away just as it happened.
That was nasty.
Going to take a look at Thomas Kuhn and Landon Lacey. They're about 2 seconds apart. Thomas Kuhn hits the wall on the backstretch. I just want to point out again, Jerry Hendrickson is catching Thomas Kuhn. If he was on the lead lap right now, he would be a threat.
I'm wondering if we see a caution here. If these guys decide to try and stick these tires out, it's looking like as we start to get up to the 30-40 lap range on these tires, you start to see these confident drivers start to slip out on these turns. They're hitting walls. Things are getting a little squirrely. This is the time when we might see a caution come out. And if we do, Jerry's going to get real lucky with the lucky dog. It'd be pretty cool to see it with some redemption. If he comes out with pace on the back of a caution, we could see some things shake up.
Yes, sir. And right now we have 5 cars on the lead lap. Rodney Roberts rounds out the top 5. And there's Thomas Kuhn pulling it in to the pit lane right now.
This could set off a very long series of events.
It very well could. We're going to see if anybody else takes pit. As our leader, Jacob Schneider, is 8 seconds ahead of Landon Lacey at this point.
Yeah, and I'm not looking like he's going to pit either. He looks pretty comfortable out there at the moment.
The 81 Taco Bell car. He has a different sponsor every week. He must have had Taco Bell right before the race.
Not a good thing to eat before a race, folks. Stick and right.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that the fastest lap on the track, last lap, was Jerry Hendrickson with a 34.058. Oh, and Schneider's going into the pits. He almost got hit. Wow, that was close.
Close? That was...
Let's take a look at that again. We're going to rewind it a little bit. Sorry, I don't have a stinger, but look at this. Oh, my gosh. So close. God. So he's pulling into his pit. Landon Lacey is going to get laps led. That is his first lap led of the race.
Well deserved.
Those
Landon
are bonus
qualified
points.
on pole, and that's a well deserved spot. He lost it there on lap 1, but Jacob was just mean.
Landon Lacey's only 33 points off of Daniel Blanco for third in the points. So,
oh wow.
And then he's 5 points more behind Coonan, which I don't know if he's going to beat Coonan, but he might gain enough points off of Blanco if Blanco has a bad enough finish to change the podium order in the championship.
Let's hope Blanco doesn't have the broadcast on. We'll give him the commentator curse with that one again. But he's got a lot more to race. But it looks like he just took lead lap of the lap count.
Yeah, Coonan just got his lap back. Lacey's running on old tires. I don't know if that's a good thing. Honestly, running this long on old tires, you're going to lose so much time to the leaders. If he's just hoping for an incident. Paul Boomershine in the highest position he's ever been in PRA so far. Second place.
He's got to be approaching 40 laps on those tires too.
He is at 40 laps, and Lacey's at 41 laps. I wish I could share my iRace control with you at the same time I'm sharing this.
We'll get higher technology as things get larger. Don't you stress. I'll set that stuff up.
Oh, someone was riding the wall just now. Was it Landon? It was. It was Landon Lacey. He got a 2X.
He's probably looking at those tires going, I should have changed
Here's
them.
a replay of what just happened. Bam! He killed that car on the front stretch. Let's go back live because he lost a lot of time. Boomershine's going to pull in the pit and not get a lap led. I was looking forward to him getting a lap led.
That's an interesting move. I'm surprised he didn't go for that. That would have been 3 points.
And Rodney Roberts is the last one that hasn't pitted now. Landon Lacey got a meatball flag and a black flag. Oh, man, that is unfortunate for Landon Lacey. Rodney Roberts.
You get a speed in the pits there for Landon. That's brutal.
Yeah. If Rodney crosses the line this time by, will be the first official lap led in this series for him.
Hey.
And here he comes to lead a lap. He has led a lap in the Nostalgia Series. The king of PRA iRacing.
Rodney Roberts, baby. Let's go.
That good wrench number 29. He's got the leader, Jacob Schneider, coming up to him really fast.
Jacob's going to be on fresh tires here. Smashing speed in comparison to Rodney. But Rodney might go for a couple of laps led. He might just try and run those tires out, get a couple of bonus points, and then bring it in nice and cool.
You can see Jacob Schneider is just mowing down that time.
That's insane. Fresh tires, kids. Fresh tires.
You can see him already closing in on the camera angle. Rodney's hoping for a caution here because that would help him a whole lot. He's going to pull it into pits. Here it is.
Pit.
And with that, Jacob Schneider reassumes the lead of this race with 26 laps to go.
As things start to wind down here, we're going to start to see things get comfortable. I really hope Landon comes back up in the field, dude. He's got to be hurting real bad right now. Almost 90 laps of some of the cleanest racing that he's done. That's rough.
He even had to deal with the lap cars on the last restart.
Yeah.
And still managed through them without an incident.
Look at how comfortable Jacob is. But Thomas Coonan's actually gaining time. and significantly. Okay, maybe not anymore.
I think on the straights he's catching him. Oh, I switched it to him, and as soon as I did, he kind of had to blip the throttle coming out of turn number 4.
We got to keep his name out of our mouth for the remainder of the 24 laps. This guy's about to lock in and hopefully try and catch Jacob. And JD Biddle's he's just too far behind, but we might see a battle between Daniel, Paul, and Biddle at some point. That would be very interesting.
Hendrickson's still the number 1 car, 1 lap down. Blanco is actually on the lead lap right now.
Yeah. Did he pit? I don't know.
Yeah, he pitted. Let's see here. He pitted. Actually, no. He's pitting now.
Oh, there he goes.
It's been 50 laps. He went 50 laps on the pit, on the board.
So he went for a long run this go to try and pick up as much time as he possibly could.
Yep, and unfortunately for him, he's going a lap down now. And that leaves us with 4 cars on the lead lap. Jacob Schneider, Thomas Kuhnen, JD Biddle, and Paul Boomershine. Going to ride on board with Paul Boomershine. Blanco has left the pits, and now he is 8th place on the board. The long pit strategy did not work in tonight's race.
Yeah, that did not work out for him, unfortunately. He loves it, though. And as long as he's having fun, he'll keep coming back.
He better come back. He's the guy I'm working with on this. Right now, here's Jerry Hendrickson. He is cooking it right now. He is the fastest, besides JD Biddle. Actually, no, sorry. Is the fastest. Jerry Hendricks. I will say his name right in a minute. Jerry Hendrickson's last lap was the fastest of everybody. But I want to say at lap 84, Thomas Kuhnen set the best lap of the race at a 32.860, which is actually 0.2 of a second faster than Jacob Schneider. So if Thomas could keep that pace up, he could catch him.
It would be really interesting to see if Thomas can lock in that hard, because you know he can. From a skill level, he absolutely can do that. There's no doubt about that. But Jacob Schneider's also capable of holding the position defensively, which we haven't seen too much of this season.
Five seconds is the gap between the leader and second. Then it's 23 seconds back to Paul Boomershine, who is now third over JD Biddle. I just missed that. Oh, man. They had a battle here, and I missed it. Boomershine is in third. Will he get his first podium of his PRA career tonight at Homestead?
That would be very nice to see. That would be very nice to see from Mr. Boomershine. Also, come on, man. With a last name like that, the guy's destined to have it on the back of a race car. There's no way.
Yeah, unfortunately for
Paul too. He's got to be in NASCAR,
right? Unfortunately for Landon Lacey, who is right there battling with them, he is now seventh, 1 lap down, and he's not the top car for a lucky dog if the caution were to come out. So, unfortunately,
yeah, I feel bad.
It might be the end of his race.
He's still going to stick it out. I know he will. He's the type of competitor that's not going to quit and just give up. He's like Chucky in that way, man. And I honestly just feel bad for the guy.
Here's one guy you don't feel bad for.
Nope. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
The Emperor
That's the guy I'm
fell
scared
last
of.
week, but this week he has shown that he cannot be denied at speedway tracks.
It's the dominance on speedways for 6 races. Sorry, 5 races, because one was a short track. It's just been unbelievable to watch.
If
I
you've
swapped
been,
absolutely for unbelievable tonight, apparently.
if you're watching and you'd like to get a piece of this action, be a part of the community, you can join our Discord at discord.gg/PRA. You can also join us on Grid Finder. Just go on gridfinder.com and search for Prodigy Racing Association. You'll find us top of the list. We have over 300 members on the Grid Finder. We have over 1,200 members in the Discord. We're still growing. We still need some more activity and participation during the actual races. We got a lot of people in the Discord, but a whole lot fewer actually showing up for the races. We need some people that are active and want some clean racing that doesn't have a bad attitude. We're here for you.
But one thing I, again, pride myself on as a commentator being able to do this is the green flags across all the series in PRA. It's consistent. You guys take care of the people that are racing. And when stuff does go awry, and we'll say egos and stuff do come into play, you guys are very quick to step in to keep it green and make sure that the race gets to keep going even when those things step up. And you don't get that many leagues, man. And you certainly don't get that sometimes on public servers. And that's to be expected.
Yeah, we appreciate all the people that have worked hard to get this series going, to get PRA going. Been going for about, I'd say 8-9 years at this point. Our original founder started it back in the 2010s. I wasn't around at that point, but I did come around 2021, and I've been here ever since. And PRA is my home, and it's my family.
Everybody here is very welcoming. I said it earlier today to you, the racing community has been some of the most accepting people on the planet. There's pretty well zero tolerance for anything out of the scope that would be acceptable in a food court in a mall for the sake of the conversation. It's nice.
Yep, we pride ourselves for being non-toxic here in Prodigy Racing Association. I mean, there's jokes. Everybody jokes around, but there's points where it's overboard, and that's what our board of directors and junior board of directors work on, keeping clean, moderating the Discord, moderating the races. A lot of times, if there's been issues during a race, it gets reported to the admins, and they'll watch it meticulously until the wee hours of the morning until we make a decision on what to do. Some decisions have been very difficult. There's been lots of things that have happened that we had to work night and day for weeks sometimes to figure out the correct way to rule something. So it's been a meticulous work in some cases, and not to mention all the back end work that is done.
Yeah, the back end work is a whole nother story. It's good to see that there's still people that want to do this grassroots form of racing and making sure the community is put number one, man. You guys are doing a really good job here. It's really good to see. And we have just crossed under 10 to go. 9 left.
9
Jacob
laps
Schneider,
to go.
steadfast in first, man.
Landon Lacey has reported that he broke the right front.
Oh, no. Mandatory repairs, so he might be stuck in the pit for the rest.
That is unfortunate for our pole sitter for this race and last week's winner, and the only guy to dethrone Jacob Schneider all season. And we're getting closer to being done with the season here in about 7 more laps. And if Thomas Coonan cannot catch Jacob Schneider, the only person to have dethroned Jacob Schneider will have been Landon Lacey.
Well deserved. A teammate taking that position from you ain't so bad.
Yeah, we can still technically say Jacob Schneider Racing is undefeated on Monday nights.
That is very true. Yep. They can still hold that.
I can't say any of the other nights because Jacob has raced in all the other series we have and did not win all the races there. He did win the championship in the ovals for the Indy cars, but he didn't win every race. It's on Monday nights for some reason, man. He's got a lucky charm in that car.
I'm telling you, it's comfortability. I've yet to see a driver be as comfortable in a car as him, unless it's on a professional level of racing. It's kind of scary.
Right now we have 3 cars on the lead lap. JD Biddle just went a lap down, which means Boomershine is close to being a lap down. I think that's actually, nope, that's not him that's in front of Jacob Schneider. That's Mark Radowski.
Yeah, we're looking about Boomershine about 4 or 5 seconds off-ish to get about a lap down.
Yep, Boomershine.
And to see a 3rd position in a lap down on a race like this is kind of wild. Yep,
Boomershine is crossing the start-finish line right now, and he's getting ready to turn in turn number 1, and Jacob Schneider just crossed the line for 4 to go.
We got that fastest lap set at a 32. Was it 8:06?
8:60. That's Thomas Coonan.
Yeah. So if Paul Boomershine loses another 4 or 5 seconds here, we should see him drop.
We're going to ride on board with Thomas Coonan, give him some airtime here with 4 laps to go. Can he catch 6 seconds in 3 laps? Highly doubt that'll happen unless there's an incident.
I'm just waiting for Jacob Schneider to lift just because you said it.
I think he wants to win number 5. As you can see, there's Schneider on the backstretch. Coonan's coming out of turn number 2 as Schneider's going into turn number 3. So he's a whole straightaway ahead of him.
Comfortable. Yeah, he's gone, man. He's gone.
He could just go like 80% on the throttle and make it, I think. I don't even think he needs to lap this next car. 2 laps to go. Jacob Schneider going to close out this dominant season, this first season of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series in the Gen 8 cars, presented by PRA, our first partnership series with Grid Finder. We appreciate them being on board as a sponsor of this series for this season. Here we go. 1 lap to go. Jacob Schneider.
That's the final lap. These guys are going to cross that, and I think Jacob Schneider's going to take that with 6 seconds plus. Look at the comfort.
Doesn't really even need to pass Mark Radowski.
Nope.
He can just comfortably draft off of him for the rest of this lap and still make it. But he's actually getting alongside. He's going to let him go. I think he's going to let him just get another lap around the track. Checkered flag is waving for Jacob Schneider.
There it is.
There is your champion for the first time in this series. Jacob Schneider, 4-time PRA champion.
Jacob Schneider coming across the line with a second to first, right off lap 1, and just pure dominance the whole way through. Landon's pulling up behind him. He's going to give him a bump, little friendly team action. You got to love to see that.
Coming.
Everyone's going to come after him now.
There's Coonan.
They're all going to give him some love. And well-deserved, man. Everybody in this series was so cordial. Things were good. Battles were well fought. And just to see the respect on the track from everybody there, that's what you get around here at PRA, guys. And congratulations, Jacob. Wow. And there he goes. He's going to send us off with some celebratory donuts. And I'm going to let the engine take it from here.
That's his first donuts, honestly.
Yep. The respect this guy has for the track is a little wild, so it's good to see him lash out a little bit at it.
I am so happy for Jacob Schneider and his fourth championship in PRA. He's raced 4 full seasons and has won 4 full championships.
And that's I believe, if I read that right, that's a pull for Paul.
Podium for Paul Boomershine. I'm trying to get the interview. I don't know what his Discord is, because I don't see him in the Discord.
Let's see if I can go find him.
Sorry for the wait, guys.
Looks like we got Daniel Blanco, Jacob Schneider, Jeremy's in here.
Yep, I'm just waiting for Boomershine. In the meantime,
yeah,
I'm going to grab a couple of people. First and foremost, I'm going to interview Daniel Blanco. I know you didn't get a podium tonight, but I do believe you got the podium for the championship. So congratulations on the championship podium. What were your thoughts for tonight's race, buddy?
Drive the crap out of it and just go with the flow, man. Like, I hope it was a good show, because like I didn't have the speed to keep up with those guys up at the front, and I didn't have the patience that I needed to save tires. So I just drove it as hard as I could until something felt wrong, and that was it. That's how I approached tonight.
Jacob,
I'd say it went well for you. I'd say it went well for him. You were able to run, 50 laps on a set of tires without some major upsets besides riding a wall for a third of a lap. But other than that, you were actually pretty decent. And I mean, if you had fun, that's all that matters, man. You came out, you ripped, you took a freaking podium on the season, man. That's wild. Even with this race in your back pocket, or maybe a little bit of studying to do, you did well.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think big picture, I'm at least happy that I was able to battle at the front for most of the season. Like, that felt good. For the most part, I didn't really get much practice for any of these rounds. So to be able to be within a sniff of some guys was nice. I think towards the end of the season, it got kind of frustrating. So I was like, wow, okay, I need to find some pace, or I'm just running laps here. But, oh man, I'm just excited to do this again. Like, I always look forward to these races. I don't know why I do this to myself every week, but I don't practice or anything. and I just don't get it. I don't get why I don't change that. It bothers me every time. And I get here and I'm like, ugh, I suck. But I don't know about you guys, but I've had so much fun running this. I hope everyone else has had fun. I can't wait to try to get something back for a second season. Was it fun? Like, was I, like, during that second run, was I pushing too hard? Because I didn't care. I was just driving as hard as I could.
No, you were wall riding.
Pushing too hard.
It was fun to watch.
I hope. I wish if I couldn't have gotten, that was a tough break for that yellow to come out, because I got stuck a lap down and I was like, okay, well, this is not going to end well. But at least I could have been passed for position. But I was not even, wasn't even for position. I was just in their way. So I'm like, I'm trying not to drive it as hard as I can, but like I couldn't. I was smiling the whole time. I was like, wow, look at this. It's amazing battles. Like, I'm getting past, but this is so much fun. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how the season went overall, I think.
And I just wanted to give you your time, talk about Grid Finder a little bit. You are the representative here, and it was working with you that got this series started. So give us some of your thoughts on the season, man, and what do you think?
Yeah, well, this is a mixed bag, right? We're trying to build the product out to just work better for the iRacing organizer and the user, and you guys were here before I was, So I was sort of assigned to you. I'm really happy that happened. You guys have been amazing to work with. One of the most collaborative communities I've ever worked with. And in terms of our involvement, I don't really feel like we're going to take our foot off the throttle at all, like any pedal. I mean, I'm going to push all three of them down, right? And we'd love to continue working towards this because the community here is sort of what we're all kind of stock car nerds. So we'd like to just keep working the product towards you guys and like seeing what the community wants out of it. And it's been really interesting to get all the feedback. But I think my biggest takeaway is the series itself, how well this went for our first run at this. This was only 6 weeks, and it felt longer because it was fun. I just always enjoyed, like, we talked about this, like planning this. We thought this might crash and burn, but this has been great.
Yes, sir.
Really, the core objective going forward is to continue to not just deliver something solid on the track, but to continue to hear from you and the people who have run the show here about how we can continue to better the product for you guys. That kind of sounds cliche, but that's a huge trade-off for us. So as long as that's sort of part of the deal, we're not going to stop what we're doing.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate Grid Finder and you for working with us on getting this series started. And I just wanted to give you your time since apparently I can't find third place. I wanted to interview him for his first podium, but I gave some time to you for this, and I appreciate it. We're going to move on, and we'll talk after the race. Appreciate you coming, and appreciate you working with me on this, and good race, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good, brother. I'll talk to you guys both after the race. Thanks so much, guys, for all your help.
Cheers, Daniel.
Cheers, buddy.
See you after the race.
Yeah, see you, bud.
And with that being said, we're going to pull in second place Thomas Coonan. Buddy, you tried all night long to catch Jacob Schneider. What would it have taken to get it?
I don't want to say too much, but I think I had the pace with him tonight. I think I could have done something, just caught up in lap traffic battles that were kind of unnecessary at the beginning, after the caution. And it's just going through those battles. Jacob got away scot-free, and he just kind of just got clean air, no one to battle, and he just drove away. And I felt like I had the strategy. I had better pit stops than him all night, but everything can go perfect on them. But if you can't get the clean air, you're never going to catch him. So I think if I would have been able to start behind him and no lap traffic off that restart, I think I could have been able to at least give him something. But sadly, it didn't happen. But I'm glad though I came out with the second place finish from the True Grit Coatings machine.
Jacob O'Keefe, you got anything for Thomas?
I was just going to say, you raced really hard, man, and I honestly thought you were going to catch him there. You were right. You did have the pace pretty well all race. You were right there with him, and there was just some really unfortunate lap traffic that happened, and I mentioned it on the broadcast, almost word for word what you said, and I'm pretty sure it was, I think Jacob is about to get away scot-free here, and poor Thomas is stuck between about 4 cars, and I feel kind of bad. But you did good taking the best of it, and honestly, to see you get as close as you did with the situation that you had, I think you did about 110% on the grid there, man. So good job.
Yeah, and Thomas got the best lap of the race with a 32.860.
Yeah.
So, and then the final lap of the race, you actually bested Jacob by over a second. So, I mean, you had the pace, but unfortunately, you didn't have the clean air.
Absolutely not. He's just better at that kind of thing and setting himself up to close out these races better than I am. But story of my life, right? Coming behind Jacob every week. But one of these days, one of the races, I'll be there.
But congratulations on second place in the point standings. Do you want to make any shout-outs, buddy?
I'd like to shout out all my sponsors, True Grit Coatings, THD Designs, Rivlin Workshop. Those are my sponsors who come around and they put as much effort as they can into allowing me to race every time. on this track and be able to get the best equipment that I can get and put in some great results. I'd like to thank you guys for hosting such an amazing series. I'm serious. I haven't had great racing like this in a while. Green flag. It's hard to find and come by in this week. And thanks for broadcasting, guys. It's great stuff.
Yeah, and we thank you for racing with us, Thomas. Jacob, I'm going to give you the last word with Thomas.
I just want to say thanks for having me. Honestly, dude, it's been a really, 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 really good time learning all the stuff. I'm relatively new to NASCAR. Stock cars have been a journey and a half. Daniel gave me a crash course in about 30 minutes, but to see you guys out there with the confidence you have every single week makes my job real easy. Just keep it up, keep practicing, keep coming out every single week, man, and I would love to be back. Good job.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep, we'll see you next time, Thomas. And remember, next week we start our short track season.
Absolutely.
That's chaos season, baby.
Hey, Thomas is the first champion of that, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
We'll see. We'll see if I have the time.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next time, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that being said, last but not least, Jacob Schneider, our Season 1 Grid Finder Nostalgia Series champion, and it's 4 championships in PRA, 4 in a row. Man, what you got to say?
I don't know, just another good race. Kind of went how I expected it to go. Other than Richmond, this is how all the races went: green and clean, and just one yellow. And I'm just trying to control the race out front, keep the clean air. That's all it took.
I gotta ask, Jacob, how committed to the strategy were you, and did it actually stick? Like, how adaptable were you through the race, or was it just pretty well what you said to us at the beginning the whole way through?
I mean, it was on track to be exactly what I said until that yellow came out, and I kind of split the race in half. The last 2 runs, I didn't have to save any tire really, because the runs were shorter. So we just got to go all out, which that was fun too. Just something a little different. And yeah, once I came out of the pits on that final stop with 2 lap fresher tires than Thomas and a decent lead, I was able to just kind of cruise home.
We saw you with a bunch of traffic around you at one point. I think the comment on the broadcast was, I think this is the most amount of people we've seen around Jacob all season. Was there any stress at all?
Not too much. You're talking about on that restart? We had like lap down cars starting ahead of the lead lap cars. Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Always a little hectic, but getting through that traffic quickly and cleanly really set me up for a big lead there on Thomas. So I'm glad I was aggressive around those cars, and glad they all kept it straight and survived. Not that I wasn't too worried in this league. In other leagues I'd be worried, but everyone's pretty clean here.
Yeah, everybody here knows what they're doing on the track. We saw a few pretty epic saves tonight. They were actually quite wild.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. Car was loose on exit, but it was savable. It made it pretty fun.
Jacob, you made the winning move basically on lap 1. Landon got the pole, you got the outside pole. Were you just confident that the outside line would get around him?
I figured it was 50-50 going into it when we took the green. Yeah, both of us went pretty hard there. But, yeah, it may have been just like last week. It may have been whoever got the lead right there and got the clean air controlled the race, because there was never a pass for the lead again. So, see, I didn't think about that being the winning move, but it very well could have been.
Yeah, the outside line was much faster than the inside line, so it made you have the advantage by being the outside pole sitter.
Yeah, the outside lane definitely killed tires more though. So that first run, you saw Landon just staying right with me the whole run, but he was using the top, I was using the bottom, but he eventually fell off doing that. So that's why I was so committed to the bottom, like I have been pretty much all season, just to save tires. And I didn't know it would be better on the restart. I really thought it was 50-50.
Jacob O'Keefe, you want to get the last word with Jacob Schneider before we let him give his shout-outs?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure to watch you race, Jacob, and I think just a note there on that last thing you said to me with the confidence of being aggressive on the restart is something that, like, I think a lot of drivers lack skill on, and it's not that a skill issue. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I do think a lot of people could use a lot of practice with that. You were dominant out of there, and that just set up almost the entire race. He was 3 seconds back almost the whole time after that. There was nothing he could do. Good job. It was a pleasure to watch you race, and I really hope I get to see you back next season, man. Are you coming?
Yeah, we'll get to that. But to comment on the skill issue, it's more of an experience thing, really. I mean,
yeah,
I've done enough races on iRacing. I kind of know what to expect with the aerodynamics around other cars, and those little things set you apart when in traffic like that. You know, if a car is above you, you're going to get tight. Cars in front of you, you're going to get tight, but then snap loose when you're not behind them anymore, and you know that going in, and you can play to your advantage. You can take the air off the guy in front of you spoiler, and I think that's how I got it outside of Jerry when I squirted out of that little pack there and got that lead. I got him loose by taking air off the spoiler, and I didn't screw myself in doing so. So just little things like that add up. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's real nice. See, I like that kind of stuff. That's the stuff I need to hear more of.
With that being said, Jacob Schneider, you got the floor, man. You're the champion, 4-time champion in PRA, 4 times in a row. You said earlier last week to me that you had some announcements to make. So here's your opportunity. Shout-outs, announcements, whatever else you need to say.
Yeah, so this may come to good news for some of the competition people like Thomas and Landon, but I will no longer be racing any full-time series in PRA. I'm going to kind of step away from the wheel a bit. I have real racing season starting up. I'm not going to have time to practice and really do it the right way. So I'm going to be helping you broadcast some races. I'm going to be the analysis up in the booth, and hopefully I can, give some insight on what's going on and bring something to the booth that you guys don't already have.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yep, I'm excited about it. And with that, that's basically Jacob Schneider's retirement from full-time for a while until something changes.
Until probably next winter.
All right.
And then I'll come back and race. I still plan on hitting a few here and there. Like if it's a track that's really got my attention, I'll race. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to try to let some other drivers take their spot. I think Riley Frost has my attention in the short tracks. Thomas and Landon, those two duking it out for the lead will be nice because they had a lot of fun battles for Sangit. I was always having to watch it back on the broadcast, but for the lead, I think them, Jerry was quick a few times. I think we get better racing when I leave. Give these guys a little bit of confidence and come back and maybe they found something that can beat me.
That's
Hold
good.
on a minute. You're racing in real life, and you're not going to plug where? Where are you racing, dude?
I'm racing at Anderson Motor Speedway in South Carolina. I'm in a late model stock car. All that can be seen on my YouTube channel. Just YouTube Jacob Schneider Racing. It'll pop up. We make some videos showing everything we do on and off the track. So yeah, just watch out for me in the broadcast booth, and then the YouTube videos popping up of the real life racing.
And he's actually our sponsor for the short track season. Jacob Schneider Racing.
Yeah, we're trying to help grow that too.
Well, yes, sir. Well, thank you very much, Jacob Schneider and Jacob O'Keefe. Congratulations again, Schneider, on championship number 4 in full season number 4. So we'll see the next time you come full season racing if you'll stay undefeated.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I started a new streak here, but it won't count once I miss next Monday. I'll be in the broadcast booth next Monday. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I've never done it before, but I'm looking forward to a new challenge.
And with that, We thank Jacob Schneider for joining us in the booth tonight after your win. Congratulations on championship number 4. You are the first Grid Finder Nostalgia Series champion. No one will ever be able to take that from you. Congrats.
I appreciate it, Justin.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next time.
Jacob.
See ya.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
And Jacob O'Keefe. It is just me and you now in the booth, and we got a few minutes here to talk about the entire season. Give us your thoughts, because this was your first time experiencing oval racing.
Yeah, so from someone who's come in from endurance background, you know, I've owned race cars for the last, 7 years of my life, tuned them up, done stuff, sold them, and never really been able to get out on the track. So I've lived vicariously through the IMSA streams of my life, and to watch NASCAR for the first time from behind a broadcast booth after a crash course and really just get thrown into the wolves. You guys have made this a pleasure. The season was intense. It was just as fun as endurance racing. And in fact, I think some of the personalities that I got to meet during this, just some of the guys, it's been some of the most cordial group of racers on the track for the amount of battles that we were having. You don't get to see that kind of stuff very often. And truthfully, it was an honor to be here. So I'm very, very happy to come back if you guys want me. But the racing in general here is the best that I've seen on any stream. You don't get this quality unless it's official, and that's just it. It's an end of discussion point. Unless you're watching an iRacing stream or a Porsche stream that's doing an iRacing event, you're not getting this kind of clean racing. This is the best that I've seen, and I got to see it from behind a booth. You guys made it damn easy to do my job, so thank you. And I'm very, very happy to be back. If the racing stays this good, you're not going to have to do much to get me here.
I appreciate all the compliments, man, and it is a whole lot of hard work to get to this point. Before I move on to the next point, we're going to show the final standings on the live stream. And you can see that. I'm going to actually link it to you so you can see the same thing that I'm seeing. Just a moment. Sorry for the break in the action. I was trying to get it before you finished talking, but I didn't have enough time.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right. Here are the final standings. I'm going to throw them live. They are live. Okay. We got Jacob Schneider, championship, 140 points over Thomas Coonan, Daniel Blanco, Landon Lacey, J.D. Biddle, Jerry Hendrickson, Rodney Roberts, Chucky Walden, Joey Kuba, Jeremy Poole, David Nannon, Cody Johnson, Dylan Davis. I think I forgot to give Cody Johnson his LPP, so I apologize for that. He'll be a little higher on the standings. He might be ahead of Nannon after I do that, but these are the unofficial results. The official will be posted later. But I wanted to point out there was a 40-point gap between the teams of Sunset Bend Motorsports and the board. Jacob, that's a pretty good points battle.
Yeah, that is a really good points battle. To see these guys get that close too, with the amount of there was inconsistencies in schedules. Some guys couldn't show up on certain dates and whatnot, and just to have those LPP points allocated and still be able to come within that close. Dude, this is real nice. I've tried to do the math manually over here as fast as I can, but my calculator's not fast enough.
Man, it was a great season. Like Schneider said, without him in the field, that would have been a much closer points battle between Blanco and Thomas Coonan.
Yeah, Blanco, Thomas Coonan, those guys were going at it almost all season, and it's nice to see Hendrickson as well. I really wish. I wonder if Henderson might get picked up by one of the teams over the next little while, because he was right up there the whole time. And the same thing with Biddle.
Yes, sir. Both of them were very, very impressive. It was sad to see that Biddle wasn't able to make last week's race. He might have finished fourth in the points and maybe even third if he would have been able to make that race. But still a good showing. He got a top 5 in the points. Jerry Hendrickson missed the first race at Daytona and still managed a 6th place. And I'm just going to say that Hendrickson got caught up in things that weren't his fault a lot. So
Yeah. I was just, on the note of Hendrickson, Chucky Walden, and Biddle, we'll just, for lack of a better term here, team name the underdogs. If these guys, banded together, those 4 positions that don't have teams, those first 4, they would have taken the team lead by a lot. Just for the record. So if we're going to cap teams at 4, those 4 drivers, just purely on consistency, would be dominating the team field.
Yep,
and it would force Schneider Racing to pick up a couple as well.
Yep, and that might be the plan next season. Who knows? We've got some things in the work behind the scenes when season 2 comes for making the team battle a little more interesting. We'll see. And so, with that being said, that is all she wrote for the first season of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series. Jacob O'Keefe has joined me in the booth all season long. Really appreciate you being here. You've helped me out a whole lot because you can fill in the blank spaces.
I might be learning, but I'm trying. I'm trying my best, and it's honestly an honor to be here. You guys are way too much fun to skip on a Monday night.
And you got experience in real broadcasting too, right? Let's hear some of that.
Yeah, so previous to doing this stuff, I was in radio, so I worked at a few stations in the Greater Toronto area, just doing broadcasting overnights and on weekends. So if you were in the GTA and you were listening to rock stations a little bit north of Toronto, you probably would have heard me from 7 to midnight for the better part of 5 years. And weekends. But I did a whole bunch of different stuff, hosting live events there, and had some really fantastic opportunities through that job. It really graced me with a gift to be able to go out and do some really wicked events and dip my toe in all sorts and forms of broadcasting. And I've been taking a little bit of a back seat to that, taking on more tech work, software stuff. And recently, I used to own a 944. Kids, don't buy a 944. Okay, save your money. Do it later on in life. And it eventually snowballed into getting into sim racing, which kind of led to broadcasting. It opened up an opportunity really quickly to just go, hey, you've got experience in this, don't you? And I said, yeah, I do, and I'd be happy to help out anytime you guys need. Radio is a wonderful industry. It is fantastic. I love it to death. You just have to be able to adapt very, very quickly to be able to make a really, really good living at it. And I encourage anybody who wants to give it a shot, have fun in sports. This was the most fun I've ever had. And it's definitely not something that we'll like, not to play anything down, but it's not like we're making millions of bucks. This is the most fun you'll have in your life. In sports and doing live commentary for stuff like this.
Yes, sir. Yep. I've never done it professionally, and so that's one reason why I've enjoyed having you here with me, because I'm not a professional and don't claim to be one. I just do this for fun.
You do a damn good job. I had a few people in radio and broadcasting watching the finale tonight just because I knew it was the finale. I wanted to make sure things went really smooth and everyone was really on their game for things. And every single one of them messaged me and said, you guys sounded like professionals and you get along really well in the booth. So go home today and crack a brew if that's what you do, or drink a tea, and you do a good job, dude. And everything you guys do here is very well done. It's clean.
Really appreciate your compliments and theirs as well. Sometimes I get a little stuttery, but I just enjoy myself, have fun, and this is all for fun for me. And
you got to stick a grandma on the wall, man. I got one. You got to stick a picture of you're right behind the microphone. Every time you stutter, stare at her and try and explain exactly what's going on. I guarantee you'll get through it. Because if you can explain it to Granny, the guys on the other end of the mic are going to be able to figure it out.
That is funny. Yeah, you're probably right on that.
It's a stupid trick, but thank you to, I think it was Paul Cross at Humber Polytech that taught me that one.
Well, Jacob O'Keefe, I've really appreciated you being with me in the booth all week, all season long, all week long. Yeah, you've been in here all week long. It's been a long night.
Brother, it feels like it. It's okay.
Jacob Schneider again wins another one, 5 out of 6 races. That's not too shabby. He lost his winning streak, but man, he ended it with a big exclamation point, finishing out the season. With that being said, we thank everybody for watching the broadcast all season long, and appreciate Jacob O'Keefe joining me here in the booth. And we will see you next time. Next week, we will have Monday Night Racing. It's the Short Track League. Same time, actually, the street stocks start at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the late model stocks start at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's actually super late models for week 1. But it's the Asphalt Assault Series at 8. That's street stocks on Asphalt Oval. It's all base level content in iRacing, so you don't have to pay a fee. You don't have to buy any tracks. You don't have to buy a car. Everything is just subscription fee. Jump in. We're hoping to see a very large group of cars. We're hoping anyway for week 1. And week 1 will be held at USA International Speedway. That will be the street stocks. And then at 9 p.m., we'll have the Crown Jewel Late Model Series. There is money to win in this series. Be broadcasted right here on PRA Network, PRA Network 2 on YouTube. There's going to be money to win for every race winner, and there's going to be money to win for every champion. There's going to be 3 champions crowned, one for the overall, one for the super late model, and one for the late model. Week 1, we will be at the Five Flag Speedway for the Snowball Derby, 150 laps. And that'll be in the super late models. It'll be open setup, so bring your own setups and crash the field with your amazingly fast laps. Don't crash them with turning them or anything like that.
Yeah, I want green flag racing on a short track all the way through. If we can get like 35 laps, 50 laps. I want to shoot for a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
I'll be happy.
It's exciting. That is where we got Jacob Schneider from, was the late model stocks, and he just raced the whole season and won that championship and was like, I'm here for PRA now. He liked how much green flag racing we had, so that's what got him to stay here. And I'm just here to tell you, it was luck. It was luck because the season before that was not as green flag racing. So he came just right at the right time. Y'all are here just at the right time. We weeded out all the people who didn't like clean racing. So finally we got a good group of guys here. We're hoping to build on this foundation and continue to grow on Monday nights. We got a lot of stuff going on Monday nights. It's going to swap between the Asphalt Assault Series and the Street Stocks, the Late Models Series later than that, and then it's going to alternate again, most likely with the Grid Finder Series again, with the Nostalgia cars and the Gen 4 cars, hopefully for Season 2 right after that. But everything's in the works behind the scenes, so it's a lot of work. And yeah, if you want to join, discord.gg/PRA to get in. And for Jacob
I'd really
O'Keefe,
like to be out there for that. I'd be like to be out there for that endurance one, Justin. That one looks gnarly.
Yep, that is on Saturday nights. That is our sports car series. That's starting in the last week of February, I think. I'm looking now. Yeah, February 28th is at the Daytona Road Course. It's going to follow a very similar schedule to IMSA. So if you are a fan of IMSA, that is something you would want to join in on. Definitely give that a shot. I'm actually pulling up the schedule now. This is the schedule. You see it live now. I've got it pulled up on Discord, so I'm sorry for the unprofessional looking background, but yeah, that is our GT series that Jacob O'Keefe was talking about. Looking forward to that. Rodney Roberts, as you've seen all season long in the Nostalgia series, he's the one who hosts that. And on Tuesday nights, he hosts the IndyCar series. And that has been the biggest draw so far in our iRacing. Last season, the champions won both a ring and a trophy, and as well as money.
Wow.
So there was a lot going on. We had sponsorships. Vision Corsa is the sponsor for that series. I'm actually going to pull that up right now so you can see. This is coming up. It didn't come up. Hold on. Why is it not coming up? Oh, I just love it sometimes. There, I'll just move that there so you can still see it. But yep, their first race will be the 24th of February at Long Beach. So if you want in on that, that's on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have a lot going on in PRA.
You guys don't stop. There's a seriously racing series for everybody. And if you are looking for green flags all the way, well, most of the way through, this is genuinely the place to be, guys.
Yes, sir, it is. And I just wanted to throw this one up here too. Where is it at? Well, I don't have it, so I'll have to wait. But it's next week is the hobby stocks on Sundays. That's asphalt street stocks in dirt track racing. So it's kind of interesting because the asphalt street stock behaves a little different than the dirt street stock does in iRacing. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, the dirt street stock is a little wilder, I think, and the asphalt street stock is a little more tame, from what I've gathered. I haven't actually tried it out, but yeah, it was why we call it the hobby stock, because it's a little less slidey. Makes it a little more interesting on iRacing because the dirt physics are very out there.
Yeah, fortunately, they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Ironically, I was looking at software engineering jobs at iRacing prior to picking up some applications for engineering last week, and the amount of physics that they're working on, there's probably I don't think there's any other company in sim. Well, the LMU guys are doing some pretty wild stuff too in terms of physics. They're trying very hard. I would say if I had to categorize like best of the best of the best for everything, you got like LMU and iRacing are very well on par with each other in my opinion. From a user's perspective who's only been in it for about, we'll say, under a year. And then Assetto Corsa Rally blew me away. I don't know if anyone else felt like that, but that came out of nowhere. And if you're a dirt fan, that stuff is just it feels crazy. It feels nuts.
I agree. I've tried it out. I tried a demo of it. It's great. Very realistic. We're just sim racing nerds.
Yeah, those
here.
Italians are. Those Italian guys. They know what they're doing. I like those dev guys. They're good. Their Discord's the Wild West.
And speaking of other sims, we also have a league here in Automobilista 2, which is our sports car series there. The first race happened last night, and Milestone was our first winner in the AMS2 league in the first time in 3 years since we had the league shut down for a while because of the lack of participation. But now we've got some people coming back. We're recruiting for that. So if you're on the broadcast, you know you like that sim. We also do that here in PRA. All you got to do is join the Discord and click the right emoji and get in.
They just dropped a massive update, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Again, out of literally nowhere, and everybody went, "Huh? Well, that's sick."
Yeah, yep. And they added 3 generations of NASCAR stock cars. So
that's what it was.
87s, the 90s, and the current generation as well. They skipped all the ones in between. They put the most popular ones in there, of course.
That's smart. They're very smart. They know what they're doing.
Well, with that being said, thank you all for watching. This has been the season finale, so we've been going a little longer on the broadcast than we normally would because we got a lot to talk about. So we got upcoming stuff we've talked about. If you're interested in any of that, you can join discord.gg/PRA. A Grid Finder, you can go on gridfinder.com and search for Prodigy Racing Association. You can see all of our schedule on Grid Finder from every league we use except for our PlayStation Wreckfest League. Because basically they are exclusive to their own channel on YouTube and stuff. So they've already... Our league grew from our PlayStation Wreckfest League a few years ago. At one point, there was over 80 drivers in that league. So we got pretty big for a little while there. So they're kind of self-sustaining, so they don't use the Grid Finder stuff. But everything else we have uses it. And so if you want to look and see what we are up to, you can find us on Grid Finder. For Jacob O'Keefe, I'm Justin Phoenix, and for Prodigy Racing Association, we thank you for watching, and thank you to Grid Finder for being a big part of what we did this season. And one more time, congratulations to Jacob Schneider on championship number 4. It'll be the last one he's got for a little while until he comes back to full-time racing here. And we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Prodigy Racing Association PRA Network.